And we are live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Now, hey, Jezabel, I
Sis,
am more happier today than when T-Pain found out that there was a private DM section.
what? A
Yeah,
private DM section.
T-Pain for some time didn't know that he had a private DM section. Apparently, he didn't
What?
see that big section that says private 1 to 100 on the side of his DMs. Do you see that section? Do you get those?
No. What do you mean private? The ones that you don't see, like the requests
Yes.
that you have to go. They're not following you, so you have to
Right.
approve. Yeah, I
Some
get
of
that.
them actually may be following you, but it's just your Instagram marks them as spammers or bammers, how they say, you know. But I tell you, you been new about that section. Yours be popping.
Yeah, I have to, but I don't like that because sometimes, like, when you're busy, you're not going to check your requests unless you have time.
Man,
But
I'm scared of that section.
you know what I learned too is something about the algorithm. Like when you DM certain people, like I heard that it organizes the DMs by like if they haven't already been conversating with you, sometimes it organizes the DM request by following. So if you have 100 followers or whatever, they may not see your DM as opposed to somebody who has 10,000. I
Now,
don't
like it's
know.
crazy. It's crazy how the algorithm works. It's kind of like they still could find a way, even though it's supposed to be free social media. We still control like crazy on that joint.
We got Royal Hippy in the building, y'all.
Whoop, whoop,
Emotions on
whoop.
zero. Ow! That
Hey,
should have been on replay.
yeah, look. A lot of
So
people
fucking
been hitting me up
funny.
about Royal. So yes, I am more excited than when T Pain found out that there was a request DM section. Apparently, life is good and
Yes.
life is great. What up, hippie? Roy, you hippie that is.
Yes.
You got your water.
Is
Yeah,
it
I got all that
lagging
hot tea.
or is it
Yeah.
my computer?
Nah, it's
Uh,
definitely jumping jack flash on Roy, you hippie side.
Okay.
Gotta get the Wi-Fi popping like
this,
So I had to actually go. Thank thank God that I went and got me a new router this week,
Okay.
Jezabel. So I now have the ability to go up to an extra 1200 broadband speeds. I know a lot of you guys probably don't know what the hell broadband speeds is, but that's just like my ability to be surfing seamlessly, right? So
Mm-hmm.
today I was really anxious to do this show because I spent all week saying like what I need to get, and it is the best time of the year to be an artist. It's royalty time. We got Royal
What?
Hippie in the building. What it do, Royal Hippie?
so what it do, man? It feel great. I got to go later on tonight at a strip club. It's gonna be lit.
Time out. You got a show at a strip club?
At a strip
Tonight?
club.
Ma- Man, so tell me, how did you land a strip club gig? They hit you up? What's up? Tell me about that.
Yeah. They texted me. Like I'm subscribed to like this local text chain or whatever. So
Yeah.
whenever there's events and they're looking for artists, they text me or I go on Eventbrite and I look for shows like that.
So you do all your own booking? You have anybody helping you with booking?
Recently, yeah. Uh, but basically doing all of my own booking. But yeah,
Sweet. Nah, so you fully like all in charge of your own business. You write all your own lyrics, pick all your own tracks and things like that. Are you working with a producer, a special producer?
not right now. I'm about to meet a new one on Wednesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have my whole track list written and everything. I know
I
exactly.
seen it. I seen that. We saw that.
Yeah, so
You got some heavy hitters on there.
yeah, it is, so
So Roy, you hippie. We know you because we know you. But tell the people out there, people that don't know who Roy You Hippie is, where Roy You Hippie come from. Tell them your story.
I come from Maryland, 301, rep all day. Uh, I started writing when I was 10, but I started recording music at 16. My show was the talent show when I was a senior. Uh, I forgot my lyrics. The crowd thought I was done. They started cheering. I was like, "Hey, I'm not even done."
So wait, you was performing and forgot your lyrics, or you had like a little stage fright?
I forgot my lyrics. I was going, cause it wasn't a recorded song. It was just a beat playing.
Okay.
Forgot my lyrics. I had blanked out. I was good, but yeah, I was 17. It was the talent show at my high school at Saratsville. So
Nah, that's dope. The beauty of it is the crowd doesn't know your song,
mhm.
so you free for at performances. There was times when I used to perform with no lyrics, and I would forget my words, and I just start freestyling. And
Yeah,
as long as nobody say, "Hey, that's not how the song goes," that's not how it was when I listened to it on YouTube. I've had people come to me like, "That wasn't how it was on YouTube." I said,
Oh, so that's what be happening when you go to shows and you be singing along and they switch it up.
"Yeah, yeah, you got to."
Oh.
Listen. There's rules to this. The crowd never knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, hold up. Is that a Redskin mug, Hippie? Was that a Washington football team
I'm
mug?
about to say, hey, you got to be politically correct these days. We no
You
longer
right.
call it that.
yeah.
Listen, I don't want to be. I don't want the guys to come and get me. But John Madden football still has them called the Redskins in the stat section, so we shouldn't be held accountable to that. But Roy, you hippie, was that a Washington football team cup
It
that
was.
you would
It was
drink?
my.
Those type of. So, are you a sports fan?
I am, but not football. I like basketball. I play basketball. I like W. I follow them. So
Do you feel
Okay.
like the WNBA players should be making as much as the NBA players?
yes, it's a big debate. Anytime I talk about it with people, it's always a big debate. They feel like, all right, but there wasn't out long enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's nice. But they hurt.
Well, here's a more interesting question. Do you guys just feel like it should just be one league? Why do they have to separate?
Well, it has to be separate because
Oh,
women cannot
Why?
play in the same league with men.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's
Because
not fair.
the tallest woman,
Yeah.
even at center, is not going to be as tall as the point guard of a team. So that means you're going to have women that are trained to play center. That's no dribble, no skills really, trying to play skill positions.
But you can have mixed gender, like it could be mixed. It doesn't have to be females against males. It could be like just mixed.
See, so we could tell Jezabel is not an avid sports watcher, right? Because I would like to know what you would do when you got Shaq body coming on a little fragile body like yours on that screen.
I'm not going in.
I mean, but the reason I asked that is because if biological males are allowed to participate in female sports, why can't females participate in biological male sports?
So,
And that's a topic for
hippie.
another day. But I just wanted to pick some brains here. Like, why
Now
can't
that's
it
a
just be
really
one league? Why does it
that's a
have to
really
be separate?
Can be, but it's gonna be so much more difficult. Like, for instance, for me, I'm 5'1.5". Like, what if I was, a dude who's 7 years like I would
no.
He might be
You
slow though. You might
you
be faster than him. That might be your advantage.
you getting banged on. You getting banged on. Listen, there's a reason I like the fact
Muscle
that
definition.
it's separate leagues. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people, Hippie, who like to argue that women should not be paid as much as men athletes, and that's because I like the argument of it. You know what I'm saying? If that argument goes away, then the great divide will be there. But to furthermore reason why it shouldn't be, Jezabel just said it right there. Men can transform and go and play in the WNBA.
Hmm.
Ain't no woman gonna be able to transform and do it in the NBA.
Why
Period.
not? You can get knee extensions. You can gain some weight. Like
See,
you can take steroids,
yeah, but then she gonna
build
be.
muscle.
If she takes steroids and stuff, then she'll probably be off balance chemically with her aggression
All right, well,
and
forget the steroids. She could work out naturally. Like if she's born huge, there are 7 foot women out here, aren't there?
young. If there's a 7 foot woman,
I'm just saying, should be. I don't know.
bruh.
Let me Google for a second, guys.
So hippie, what's the name of the album gonna be?
I do not know that yet. I'm actually creating my theme of the album and my album cover. I did now.
Yeah.
Since my track list and everything, I'm trying to like work around that now. I'm not trying to force it. I want it to come to me like all of my other album covers did. So
Now, have you sat it
Ooh.
with the genre? Which genre have you chosen?
I want to go with it's multiple genres. I'm always multiple genres because I'm so versatile. Like I could do
Yes.
alternative hip hop, old school hip hop, a little bit of R&B when I feel like singing some days. Like
Yeah. Hey, now I had this interesting question I wanted to ask you. Right? Did you do? I hear you be trying to hit some notes sometimes. I hear you be hitting the notes in the music. So, is there any song that has a note that you just wish that you could hit every time it comes on? You gotta go for it.
heck yeah, Whitney Houston, shoot,
Yeah.
endless Whitney Houston. Oh, she always
I was trying to hit the mint condition one earlier, and I couldn't hit it at all. I it's just like notes.
Which one?
I love
On a Nothing Left to Say song or?
I don't know titles. I'm
Um,
like,
I
baby,
love that. So I love singing.
look. I'm so weird. I'll be knowing titles to songs, but I know it was a
No,
mint condition
but
song. Naked Brown Eyes.
you hit a couple of notes and zero. I was like, now is that you doing the singing and everything? Oh my gosh. Okay.
I've
All
been
right.
Yeah,
I
I've been
want to know more about that song. Like, how did you even come? Because when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm going hard. So tell us more about that.
happened was honestly, I was in a whole writing phase, and I had been writing for days and just days, and I had listened to this Corday song, and I like to study people's rhyme schemes. His rhymes back to back to back, rhyme after rhyme after rhyme, like everything was rhyming. And then when he transitioned it, it was more back to back to back. Everything was rhyming at the end. So I was like, I can do that. So so
yeah,
that's basically what rhyme scheme. I wanted to hit every single bar, like I
Mm-hmm.
wanted everything to hit. I wanted everything to rhyme. I wanted every transition to be different and run smoothly. Like when I go from rapping to singing, I wanted it
Mm-hmm.
smoothly. I just wanted the listeners to stay tuned the whole entire song. They don't want to turn it off. Like dang.
Yeah.
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 It got that nice rock vibe to it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice rock vibe to it. Your performance is a nice energy performance.
Tell her. Can
Listen,
I give her?
like you remember when I saw you first perform,
Yeah.
and I tell that story a lot because I like telling stories about when I first meet artists,
Mm-hmm.
especially like when it's a new type of artist, right? Because we all got the same,
Yeah.
so those artists is always
Yeah.
talking the same stuff. But it takes a real bold artist to come into the DMV scene and make their own music their own way. What's
Yeah.
weird is, do you ever feel pressure to succumb to the DMV sound?
Yes. Especially when like there are certain shows you'll go, the energy would be like, yo, you go hard, and the energy would be like, yo, you're not talking about like, like
Yep.
you're not
Yep.
going in my eyes because you're not trapping on that corner. So like,
Yeah. Yeah. What's crazy is that is a weird parallel on the indie scene, right? Because you'll have your style, you'll walk into venues, and you'll do your thing, and literally it's like crickets, right?
yep,
But then a year later, you're still on your grind, still on the circuit, and that same song that you was hearing crickets, everyone is singing along with it and knowing it. It's crazy. I think the indie scene is more so about staying diligent because like nobody wants to like jump on the bandwagon if you're not gonna be around next month.
yeah, you definitely have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary on the indie scene because so many people like quit. Now you said you've been doing it since 17.
Yes, I have.
What's so like? What are some of the goals? Like, what are some of the goals for you? Like, what do you want to out of the music industry? What do you want from it?
I want my own record label. I want my own fashion line. I want my own. I want to be able to create multiple businesses from being able to make it with music. I don't just want to be an artist. Like I want to get into modeling. Like I want to get into everything.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what's amazing is, are you really in tune with the music industry and the business side of everything, or how everything works?
Yeah, I'm getting more in tune like each and every day because I'm trying to study more of it because I know that with me being my own manager, my own booking agent, my own everything, I'm gonna have to know the business side and everything. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely gonna have to.
Nah, like especially if you handling all your own business and you doing all your own music,
Yep.
picking you selecting your own production and everything like that as well.
Yeah.
So you wear a lot of hats.
I sure do, man. I was like 3 because I tried to take a little nap, man. Like
Not
Mhm.
they.
it's definitely
Nope.
like I wake up early every single day because I'm like, man, I need to be productive each and every single day.
Mhm.
I feel like COVID just like set people back real quick, like
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
now that we're back outside and everything, I feel like man, I was down for a little bit. That was a minor setback for a major come back harder. Like, yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
It's crazy because with COVID, it's like although it was a major setback, it was like one of those setbacks that kind of needed to happen.
yeah.
There's not like everything is so crowded. It's like you're not gonna do something. You ever had like an obstacle or a task that you knew that if something didn't happen to make you do it, it would have never gotten done? Are there any tasks like that COVID created for you that's like, all right, now that I got a chance to sit down, let me do it. Might as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
picked up any new hobbies?
I bought a bass.
Okay.
Wow.
Bought a I got this app called Musician. So I look up stuff like that, or I'm just feeling like I'm in a mood. Like I like blues and jazz. Like I might just go on YouTube and look up, beginners blues scales, and I'll go and try to that or something.
What's
Uh,
your favorite? Who's your favorite blues musician and jazz musician to listen
I like Lenny White.
to?
Okay.
I love Kenny. Like I have endless vinyl records of Kenny G. Like
Yeah, I heard Kenny G has a son now doing it.
I,
Mm.
Yeah, in jazz. So, have you seen like? Are you into the news? You know Britney Spears.
I saw it on the Shade Room. I didn't really get into it. It was messed up. It was,
Yeah, so
That's
she's
so
setting to retire. She's setting to retire now, right? However, she doesn't have rights to anything. They've taken
Yeah.
control over everything for her.
the
Yeah. That's
That was the price of cutting off her hair and
mm,
going bald that time when she had that mental breakdown.
that she joined the conservatorship, and now
Yes.
her family basically has her rights. She can't have children. They implanted an IUD inside of her so that she cannot get pregnant, even if she wanted to. She doesn't have control of any of her money, but she's constantly working.
Working.
So yeah.
Now, like, how can someone get? I seen where she's trying to like file all these paperwork and legal stuff and all this other stuff. But once you get into that type of work, how could you get into that type of predicament where you can't control nothing?
I feel like she wasn't reading and then just signing over everything. That's how she got into it. Like,
Well, no, when you have mental dispels, like your family can commit you, or
Mm-hmm.
whoever's closest to you, responsible for you, can commit you.
so that
Again,
took
uh,
over.
yeah. So then, once you become, someone has to be able to care for you because you obviously are not capable of caring for yourself. So
Then
that's
they
how that
said that
type of
her
stuff.
fault. They said that it was her parents that did it when she had her breakdown, and that was a ploy for them to kind of like rough all her assets off.
Mhm.
And they got a whole team. It was like she feels like it was a whole conspiracy to control her.
Mhm.
You know, but dang, it's crazy because that like I was like, young. I wondered, is she gonna play "Give Me Baby One More Time" to the judge? Like, give me one more time. Like,
You.
I woke up my health again, because I don't know how crazy that I gotta go, that you gotta go, right? But me personally, I think that when women do shave off all their head, the length in which they shave it tells you a lot about what's going on. If it's not a medical problem, usually that woman is really going through something crazy. And Kevin Federline, he seemed to have gotten away pretty good. I mean, I thought he was the one that made her kind of crazy in the first place. But
Yeah,
yeah, hey, you already know, man, that's a crazy situation. So Hippie,
Definitely is.
with the show tonight, are you gonna have the strippers on the floor with you while you performing? You got like got some stripper music?
Uh, was trying to go over that because he was like, "You gonna have to play some stripping music, something that's that they want to bounce to." And I'm like, "Dang, what do they bounce to? I don't know."
Man, look, strippers bounce to dollars. To
Mhm.
dollars. So it don't even matter.
Take
Like
50
it's
extra ones, throw them in the air, and they'll bounce to whatever you rap it to. Trust
I young. I listen. That's a marketing ploy right there. Jezabel just gave a jump. I seen the artists doing that down here in Atlanta. That is something that they do a lot of, right? The strip club shows or the shows with the strippers, and then you be performing, and the girl she come up and she just starts stripping right in front of your daggone set, right? Twerking and doing all this other stuff right in front of your set, and you ask yourself sometimes, is it my show or hers?
Mm.
That's why I don't like doing stripper shows. You know,
Really?
I had this one show, I'm doing my song, and I knew I had to do the song called Bedroom. That's the song I got. I had to do it. As soon as I started doing it, two strippers hit the stage. Bam. Third one now, she feels the move, so she hits the stage. Now I don't have anywhere to go, anywhere to move, because now they're all on the stage, feet everywhere, legs everywhere, and I'm trying to do my set. And honestly, it's a real professional thing to do, to like be like, it's very professional to like keep performing while they doing all this, feet going. Like, look, they got the heels clapping and whatnot, and you like, that's not the beat, and you like, that's not the beat. Those not the words, but you let it continue. You let it continue, and then when you get off stage, no one remembers. No one remember what I said. Everyone was asking me, "Did I see old girl going crazy at the end?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I did see that. I did see that. We can't help but notice it. So you make sure you get plenty of footage tonight so that we can see
Yeah,
your set.
yeah.
So what you got next coming up? Like what you got next that you're working on besides the new project? What you got? Like, give us some secret stuff that you ain't trying to share yet.
stuff.
Some secret stuff.
So,
We go. They was like, bye bye with the nonsense. It wasn't me, y'all. It wasn't me. Hold on. He should be back in a second. He likes,
brought a new route. Look
tell
like,
us something. What did it say? He's about to connect. Hold on.
alright.
Tell us something that you don't want us to know is basically.
I would say my features, but then like this song that I'm trying to do with Black Fortune is from the Crank. It's called Liddy. It's called Liddy, and it goes so hard. Like I
I'm
know.
having a storm in my area. Just FYI.
Yeah, it just left us
Yeah, we
or
got a
passed
Georgia.
over us.
Yeah, we got. They say it's gonna be storming until 7. So bear with me, guys. Don't y'all in the social media world. Don't nobody come talking about my internet. I did pay my bill, y'all. Alright. But yeah. So now, like Black Fortune. You got a track with Black Fortune?
Yeah, I already talked to him about it. I just gotta, get the money for the future and everything. The track, I'm very excited about it. Like I said, it goes hard. I made sure that it's a trap beat because I know that he does, trap music, but my lyrics aren't trap lyrics. But the beat, I know a lot of people listen to beats. I always try to make sure my beats go hard. So,
Yeah, I'm a beat
Man,
person.
listen, I'm very big on tracks that you choose, right? But what's crazy is one of my favorite writers is Stevie Wonder, right? And he changed my outlook on lyrics over beat content, right? And then like I started studying like the structures for hits, right? And it's crazy because you know how many indie artists, how many times we go in the studio, and if it's a sad beat, we make a sad song. If it's a trap beat, we make a trap song. If it's a rock beat, we try to put all our rock into it. You know what I'm saying? But what I realize is in the industry, it seems like the hits, it's about the feel
Of
over
the
the
music.
record, regardless. Some songs I listen to, I be partying, and them motherfuckers be sad as hell when you listen to the lyrics.
You
If you
just got.
if you listen to the real lyrics, have you ever listened to the lyrics of that Stevie Wonder In the City song? You know, he's talking about people being losing their jobs. You know, he's talking about people being put out of their homes. You know, about people being you know, abused by the police. But then the hook comes in, living in the city, and everybody's like, "Oh, this shit crazy," you know what I'm saying? But he going ham in that song. Like listen to the lyrics of that song. Listen to the,
Okay.
so like what are some of the other like big features that you like that you looking forward to?
I have this dude that's popping a little bit out in Cali called Robbie Betts. I have some people that are popping. Weezo, he's the alternative rapper.
What's his
That's
name?
Weezo.
Okay.
So he's like an alternative rapper. I got a track that called Love Scars. That's my one alternative song. I wish I would have wrote a little bit more of those, but it's
Yeah.
all only one came
How,
to.
how many records, how many albums do you have or mixtapes or how many Royal Hippie projects are there?
That.
A lot.
During COVID, I dropped like
I
I
was
You,
like,
wait,
dang.
wait, you dropped four
What? How
albums?
long
You
should?
dropped four albums during
like
COVID or four?
it because I had dropped one in March and then like one in October, one in yeah, I got a lot. It's In Search of Royalty, 1, 2, Lost Found, 1, 2, so that's 4. But
Wow.
the fourth
So
one
hey,
was
tell them where to find those at. Tell them where to find those at.
you could just go to Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Sound. No, not SoundCloud. No, I'm not on SoundCloud like that. But anyways, just type in Royal Hippie. That's HIPPY. A lot of people try to do HIPPIE. That's not how I spell it. Like,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you, young. You know why I typed that in one day? Because I was like, that's gotta be the black way. Right? But of course, I think on your first flyer that I did for you, I had HIPPIE.
Mm-hmm.
And you was like, it's not that. That's not it. I was like, all right, I'll fix it. Yeah, fix that. Fix that, please. It's HIPPY. You know. So yeah. So tell us about the name. Why did you choose the name Royal Hippie?
It's real simple, but it came to me. It took forever to come to me. At first, I was gonna do Tay the Kid, Lil Tay, like, and none of that like fit for real. So I was like, well, I am royalty. I feel like I come from kings and queens, and I still
Right.
am royalty. And I'm a hippie for real because I feel like I'm born in the wrong era. Like I should be, back in the 70s for like with
Man.
bell bottom smoking,
Smoking white
Yep.
boys.
Yeah. Smoke a little joints. Man, let me tell you what's crazy. I should have been in the 60s and 70s too, right? But you know why? Do you feel like if we was back in the 60s and 70s, we would have probably been like revolutionaries instead of like rappers and shit? Rappers now is like the safe revolutionary. You could be a safe revolutionary as a rapper now, but back then your shit was.
Man, they was killing you back in the day. I mean, look at Bob Marley. Like, I feel
Yep.
like that might would have been me too, honestly. Yeah, I'm stubborn, and they was doing some dirty stuff back then. They still doing it now. I definitely.
So do you have a message? Do you have a message that you want to leave in music?
Definitely. Shoot, I have songs already talking about how I'm tired of black people keep killing black people for no daggone reason. Honestly.
Yeah. Like, it's literally no reason to. I literally have not found any reason that any killing is liable that or should be taking place.
Yeah,
You know,
like
after studying the universe more during COVID, I chose to study the universe, right, and get out of what was happening and more into the psyche of why things were happening, right. So of course, with that, maybe about a year now, I've really started to put focus more on okay, it's something else at play here. Like what's happening. You know, it's
yeah,
weird. The DMV scene is getting really crazy with the killings. Like,
it
Yeah, speaking of which, DMV rapper Lil Neff just got murdered. He had a show on Saturday, was murdered Friday night. And I mean, a lot of people is saying, oh, it's hating, it's this, it's that. Some people feel like it's the music. So I just want to play this clip for y'all. Like,
okay.
are you familiar with Officer Tatum, Royal Hippie?
Nah.
The Officer Tatum, anybody know who that is?
no. Officer
All right.
Tatum.
Well, he talks about the music and the community, and before when I come back, I'm gonna ask you guys basically how you feel music adds to the violence, if you feel that way at all. So y'all just give me a second. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't hear him though.
Yeah.
We can't hear him.
You can't hear him?
Nah.
His
All
hand.
right. Hold on. Can you hear him now?
Nope.
Okay.
Is his window muted?
No, his window is not muted. All right. Well, basically, what he's saying, I'm gonna stop this. We'll have to
I
get
can see the
the.
title say "Black on Black Violence is a Myth."
So no, he's proving the opposite. So what he's saying is basically they pulled up to a neighborhood and he's saying basically you can tell everything's about to happen by listening to rap music. He said they pull up on the ops, they hop out with the stick. I'ma still play it, but I'm telling you what he's saying. They pull up on the block, they hop out on the ops with the stick or whatever. He's just basically explaining that the music is perpetuating violence, and that's why people are dying. There's more black on black violence going on right now. So y'all just watch the car right here. The car that pulled up.
Yeah.
Hop out the whip with the stick in my hand.
Dang.
Hop out the whip with the stick in my hand. That's what.
They going crazy as hell in Chicago.
He said, run up on you with the stick out. The AR. Hop out the whip with the stick out and do the whole block. So that's basically what he's saying, is that the music encourages violence. But why aren't you guys? You guys are artists. How come y'all not out there spinning a band?
Because like I said, I'm a hippie. I want to spread love and peace. Like I really do. Especially in my community. Like
the sad thing is, right, music is a reflection of life, oneself. It's crazy that an R&B artist would not be respected if they talked about the street life, right? You be like, get your singing ass out of here. A rapper's job, it seems like a rapper's job in the beginning was to spread the message of the streets, spread the message of the people, keep the party going. That's what the MCs and all that stuff, masters and ceremonies, right?
Yeah.
So at some point, it transcended from it being all about getting the message out about the party to getting the message out about the ops and the cops and the whatever is going on, right? Now, if music is if for forever I've heard rap is supposed to be a true reflection of what we go through every day. And for real, the new artists that are coming up are they're not getting in the booth and trying to come up with lyrical content. They're getting in the booth and real life sharing their story. And unfortunately, their story is violence.
But a lot of these, see, to me, it don't be. It's not real. Like a lot, and a lot of the music to me also, I don't understand. If y'all didn't have a fist fight, I don't hear about the fight that led up to the gun violence. I hear a lot of this stuff is just like words. Like people are exchanging words over the internet, and now you got to go kill somebody, and I don't think that's fair.
that's because
It's of course not.
anymore. They don't fight anymore. All they do is pull out guns, pull out a knife, pull out weapons, or they jump you. Like they don't fight.
But y'all know what's crazy? In that clip, how many up and coming rappers y'all think was on out there?
I want to say about 75%.
Let's just be real. Probably all of them are rappers in some way. You know? And I mean,
So do you guys
like,
feel like music should be censored?
music is censored.
Okay, hip hop.
Hip hop is the most censored genre in the world. We got to put parental advisory on everything.
No, I mean like censored as in censored taking off the market, like how they did YG's song for talking about breaking in Asian people's houses. That's what I mean censored. Like the fact that Spotify, Apple Music, stuff like that won't play your music if you're perpetuating violence. Because they did it to YG. He had to change the lyrics of his song because his song encouraged people to target Asians in violent ways. So
if you talk about Satan too much, they like indie artists. We can't drop a record saying praise Satan, you know, or something like that. They'll censor it. They like most distribution companies review your stuff, your content, from your album cover to the singles that you release, and like you can tell the lower tier that your company is based on whatever you're pushing out at that time. I mean, the person with that dropping his joints through Trackco, you know what I'm saying? He may not have to go through the same stipulations, but a person dropping his music through Empire Records, he can't just drop no record. I love the devil. I love the devil. You know?
No, but what I'm saying is like if they can make someone change the lyrics, that's basically just saying pulled up to the house raining because I knew they had cash in it. Like, why are they allowing this violence to be in hip hop like that? Like, why? I mean, do you feel? I mean, as an artist, I know you guys don't want your music censored, but do you think that would help the violence that's going on in the Black community?
No.
No.
Hear me out. They can't. They can't change. Like we can. We can ask for a YG lyrics to be changed that's encouraging or incited violence, right? To
Mm-hmm.
another community when you're giving kind of like a manifest or a directions, right? They ain't gonna let they ain't gonna let an artist um rap, put out a song talking about anything but what's really in their life. You know what I'm saying? So the reality of it is to tell black people to start running up in the Asian's house when that's not happening, right? It's like, oh, what you trying to do? You trying to start something. But to say stop killing, I mean, kill another black man, run up on my op. Well, if every day we turn on the news, you're gonna see a killing, a shooting in that community. Now, I like to bring another issue to light, right? Because we see this because of what we watch. But isn't it a fair assumption to say that if I were Caucasian or Asian and I watch Caucasian and or Asian news, they would probably be filtering to me white on white violence all day or Asian on Asian
Yeah.
violence all day.
It could be like that.
I mean,
I mean, like, have you ever went to another city, right, and watched their news channel for a second?
yeah.
It's totally different from the news at your
And
home.
I was like, damn, like all the where the fuck was I? I was somewhere, was it Vegas or something? I was somewhere different. And it was like, that's when I started saying, okay, it's not just black people that like crazy stuff is, you know what I'm saying? Like I was
Yeah,
somewhere else and I was like, dang, like what? Like the news was just, and it wasn't just predominantly crime in black neighborhoods. Like it was just all over the place. And it's going to come to me one day, y'all, but I
it was
forgot where
probably
the fuck.
West Virginia. It was probably West Virginia.
I mean,
I was in West Virginia, and I watched their news channel. And all their news talked about was how it was white on white meth crime,
that's
how
labs going up.
meth labs was getting robbed, and meth
Mm-hmm.
crackheads was just going
Mm-hmm.
around. Well, they didn't use the word crackheads; they used meth heads. You know, were going around and robbing neighborhoods and destroying the trailer
Mm-hmm.
homes and things like that. So I looked and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on
Mm-hmm.
here?" You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I like,
That's
why they don't tell us about this back at home so that we can look at, like, we can feel urbanized in our urban neighborhoods and be like, hey, it ain't just us. They crazy in the
mm-hmm.
trailers too.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Eminem wanted to get out of them. I mean, outlet, like, it's weird because the music that remember I remember a saying that Kanye West said, right? That saying went like this: the music you make is what you invite in your life. So
Mm-hmm.
when everyone was making gangster rap in the early '90s, Kanye West said, "I'm gonna make pink shirt, polo music, backpack music, and see where that goes." I mean, come on, we pioneers in a way, you know what I'm saying? But not everybody want to be pioneers, which is a trip. Which is let me tell you a trippy topic that I've been having. Tell me what you think about this, hippie legends. What do you think about legends and the status of legends and how people are getting it these days?
Mm.
Status of legends, like how to obtain being a legend, or
Yeah, just period. Like, what do you think is how do you obtain being a legend?
you got to be truly memorable to be a legend because legends live forever. Like no one is ever going to forget Michael Jackson. Like
Facts.
going to live forever
Facts.
because he was so memorable while he was here. So while I'm here, I have to be so memorable and leave a mark on everybody so I can obtain to be a legend.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the status legend that's been given, that's been going around lately to seemingly anyone that passes away?
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, because like for instance, Nipsey, a lot of people wasn't back Nipsey like that, and then he died. You know, and everybody jumping on live the marathon before, like so they do just
Ye-
or Juice WRLD or X. They wasn't even out for that, but they're saying that they're legends and everything. And then there are people who don't didn't
Especially Juice World. I never understood that. I don't understand that one either. The
need
excess tentacion. And like, I
it
understand that.
in my
Yeah,
eyes.
correct. And it's like people think that because you touch a small amount of people that catapults you to legend status. And I'm like, listen, legend status is held for the people who leave a legacy behind, a way of doing things, and not just in a small little town. Like it's on a worldwide realm.
Right.
Now, I do believe that you can have legends. You can have legends in your neighborhood. You can give somebody a hood legend. You could
Yeah.
give somebody a street legend. You know, you can make somebody your school legend. You know, all those things. But those again have to be done. A street legend can't have to leave a legacy on the street, and usually he has to pass away or retire from the streets, and his way of doing things is still done to today. You know, but we ain't gonna put him on no damn world legend. I ask people who is a legend to you, and then compare them to the legends that we name today.
All of my legends are living.
Yeah, who are some of your legends?
J. Cole, Nas, those two. I like J. Cole, Nas, Biggie. He's dead though. So like but J. Cole is definitely one of my biggest inspirations in I've been following him since he first came out in like 2010 ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy because I like J. Cole. I didn't get on J. Cole until Forest Hill Drive. I didn't like him until Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah.
Very late. Very late in the game for me.
I was
Very late. It was very late in the game for me. I wasn't even really that big of a fan of none of the earlier stuff he did, and I still don't like it. You
once I
know?
saw I was on. I
Which one
saw
was that?
who that
Mm,
that like so it goes like that. I saw MTV Jams back when I was in high school. I was like, who is I? Like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like honestly, that was a song that made me like, all right, who's J. Cole? But then it was like
Mm.
really like after that, I look at like, all right, what happens afterwards? And it's like, all right, like a lot of people. I was following Wiz Khalifa when he first started getting his name and
Yeah.
traction, right? And
That's
I
when
was
he
like,
was like, I loved his music back then. Like, I'm still like it now, but like when he was dropping the mixtapes, like before he even like surfaced, that shit was, I ain't even gonna lie. Like,
honestly, that
Yeah.
was the guy. I was like, oh yeah, I got to do this. He had 18 mixtapes. I was like, oh
mhm,
yeah, we gotta work.
yeah,
This dude
yeah.
working. But yeah, like
Trying to,
like let me see, living legends that are living. I guess like I don't think any rap legends are living. I don't have any living rap legends. Maybe like living legends like Stevie Wonder, maybe. Um, obviously Smokey Robinson and them, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Dang.
Damn storm down there.
Where's he at?
He's in Atlanta.
Okay.
Like, I just heard some thunder, so but it looks sunny outside. So, and I'm in Maryland, so I don't know.
When he was talking about rain, I looked outside. It's so bright outside. Sky. like, well, where's he at? 'Cause
You know what?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
They kicked you off because you disrespected Gucci.
Nah, Gucci not a legend.
He is a living legend. He's changed so many people's lives. When you guys are talking about, like, if you're just talking about music, that's one thing. But if you're talking about impact, he is a legend. Don't deny.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
deny him.
Did Gucci change lives, or did he literally use lives to enhance and advance his own life? That's
Before
another.
he everybody that he's touched, okay, everybody that passed through him did really, really well. Whether it helped him or not, he's to me, he's more so in helping, you know what I'm saying, like impacting people. Like instead of keeping the game for himself and just advance himself, he actually reached back. As opposed to
Yeah,
G, you know, or some other people out there.
that's why OJ Juice Man hate him now. Ha.
When did that start? Last week?
I don't
Did that
know.
start last week?
OJ Juice Man been complaining for a long time about not getting his money and they owe him money and whatnot.
He was talking to Deb. Him and Gucci. I mean, from what I last checked a few months back, maybe 6 months back, they were still close.
Ain't they all 1017? Brick Squad?
They were. Now, people that have issues is Walker, or maybe they dissolved that. But that's really not even Frenchie talks bad about him. Everybody has something bad to say about Deb, though.
Well, ain't nobody gonna talk bad about Gucci, and everybody trying to end up in the dirt. Forget that. I don't blame y'all. Leave Gucci. Don't say nothing bad about Gucci, especially not around me, because I'm gonna defend them without defending them. Because I'm not gonna let Mr. So Icy shut me down. No, sorry.
Would you guys consider Jay-Z a legend?
Man, yeah. Let me tell you what's crazy about this, right? Because I don't think I'm hard on my legends, right? To me, a legend has to not put himself first, but the betterment of others and make a stand. See, I mean, look, I didn't put Muhammad Ali on my legend list because he beat everybody that he wanted to, right? Or because he fought to the last drop. And of course, he lost a couple of fights. We know he didn't go undefeated. That's not what I'm saying. But his stance that he put, he had a stand, he believed in it, he stood up for it, and it kind of made things different for all Black Americans. If we don't want to fight in your war, we don't have to fight in your war. Give me my time. I'll do it just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at artists like Bob Marley, there's a message that he has that says, when they ask him, "Are you rich?" and he says, "Yes, I'm rich, but not like y'all think. My richness comes from these things, these things, these things, not finances." You know, coming trying to really spread a message of something that now we still live by today. Now, making people rich along the way, if people work for you and you're getting rich, they should get rich. You know, but at the end of the day, is there any type of manifesto that we're gonna follow that Jay-Z got right now? Is any of us, none of us are walking around still today. I haven't heard not one person say I'm following the Jay-Z route.
I mean,
It's just not a path.
they
It's just not
were up until Kanye.
Nah, listen, let me tell you why, right? And all y'all Jay-Z fans out there, do not hate me. But this is why artists do not want to be like Jay-Z, right? Because Jay-Z is the GOAT when it comes to this business of this music game. He's an artist that was told no for a very long time, learned the business, and put himself in position to the point where no one is going to tell me no. But let me tell y'all what separates him from a lot of other artists. When we hear no, or when you guys hear no, you quit, and you all want the approval, right? The approval. A lot of you artists out there, and if you tell me anything different, I'll ask you some three critical questions that will battle it. But none of you artists out there care about the business. You want to be the biggest made star.
Hey,
It's like
no.
we we sit up there. We want to get in the booth. We want someone to find us, tell us yes, give us a bonus, put us on the road, and then take life grand, right? So when you say I want to take the Jay-Z route, you're already saying I'm going to be told no. No one's going to like this. I have to make it work some way, somehow, right?
Yeah.
That already sounds too tough for artists. If you told an artist right now, you look, you got to be told no for 10 years, and then you'll pop. I'm like, I'm not giving it 10 years. Shoot,
Mm.
I'm popping now. So why Jay-Z is not going to be a legend? Because like I said, his path isn't going to be taken again. There will never be another Jay-Z, and that's not what makes a person a legend, right? Like
Okay.
just not being you and not never being another you, like you being the only one that ever is. Okay, cool, whatever. You're a great businessman. Warren Buffett ain't a legend. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna never be another Warren Buffett. Ain't gonna never be another Jeff Bezos. He ain't no goddamn legend. All he did was made Amazon and gave people jobs that needed them, right? Took Walmart out there. Mr. St. Walmart ain't gonna be a legend. You right?
Hey,
I
young
mean,
Walmart's suffering right now.
listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
They
Because
ain't
Jeff
got nothing in
Bezos,
there.
Never got nothing in no more.
And I went in
man,
there and
look.
I was like, see, that's why I ordered from Amazon.
Oh, you said that.
I did.
Yeah, you know that if you say the word Amazon and Walmart, all the cameras center on you.
I don't care. They should have had the
At that point,
basics.
everything says. "Zoom."
They should have had the basics. Most of their shelves was empty, and I went early in the morning. So I was like, I don't know. They suffering. I don't know what's going on.
What's
Something's
your
going
favorite
on
store
though.
to shop at? What's your favorite store to shop at? Roy, you?
Huh?
What's your favorite store to shop at? Forget the J Hive.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. I love shoes.
You a shoe head?
Shoe head, but I'm not a typical shoe head. Like I'm not like, oh, let me get Jordans and Nikes. I like Jordan. I like Nike.
Mm.
For the least amount of shoes that I have, I'm also got Vans, Supras, like Felines.
Yeah.
I got endless
You like
Felines.
Filas? That was a shocker. Look at me, I'm like
Don't make me.
Filas. Okay, Fila. Let
Okay.
me find out she getting the Fila check over there. Fila
Mm.
paid you for that plug.
I literally go to Feli.com, like, cause they don't be selling out for real. Like they don't.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cause nobody
Yeah.
wears it.
Exactly. That's why
I mean,
I'm so
that's the key. Is to buy things that no one else is buying.
exactly.
Yeah. So, hey, what's your favorite store to shop at, Jezabel? Amazon?
Uh, no. Like as far
Don't
as
say
what?
Amazon.
Like in general,
Yeah. What are one
Walmart.
of the things? What are one of the things you shop for all the times? Like I think Hippy look like she shop. She sound like she shop for shoes every week. She looking for a couple pair of shoes.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big like. I'm more of a like. I like to go to Walmart and just walk around and look at the games and look at what foods I'm not going to buy and get like my oils.
Yeah.
Like I spend 2 hours in Walmart generally when I go. So, unless I'm in a rush, I'll be in and out. But if I go, I'm going for release therapy. So I'm walking around with my headphones on or whoever I'm talking to on speakerphone. I'm one of them. Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, you keep that at Walmart. Don't go to Target with that.
So I don't know. Shopping to me at Walmart is, like I said, therapy. So,
Man, let me tell y'all, I hate shopping at Walmart. Walmart got a way of having you go in there and say, I'm gonna spend $10 real quick on this, and I'm
mm-hmm.
spending 300-400 at the
Yep.
register on a lot of
Yeah.
things that your brain told that Walmart just made you think you needed.
See, no, see, what you're supposed to do is just put everything in your card that you want, go all the way up to the register, take out what you came for, and then look at the balance, and then just leave the rest of the shit.
Now let me tell.
They'll put it back.
Let me tell you what just happened. There's a Joe somewhere. Who just found his corporate right now. There's a reason that Joe has to go around the store and collect everything and put it back in its right places. And his ride's outside every night, and he's late extra 10 minutes because someone is putting all the things in the wrong place. Now if that don't make no sense, Hippy, do you do that? Do you go pick up your shoes and then put them in another spot?
No, because I used to work at retail, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
So you don't go around to like Burlington or something and just pick up like maybe a couple of shirts, some little flip-flops, and then you get to the register and you take out what you came for, and if you have enough money for the rest, you buy it. If not, you just tell them I don't want it. They have a cart for.
That sounds logical. I think everyone does that. I think that sounds like everyone picks up things they don't want and have no intentions of buying and take them to the front. We all do that. I mean, like I was just saying the other day, let's get 2 carts. Why get one? Let's get 2 carts and just pile it up and then think about what we want. You right? Like that, right? Let's do that today.
I mean, you can tell I haven't. I mean, and I do feel bad for the people that work in retail because I really haven't, so I don't understand their plight. My thing is somebody gets paid to put shit back, so you might get overtime thanks to me. Don't thank me now.
People that work in retail don't want overtime, Jezabel. They want evidence. And it's not like some nice office where you got a TV, you got snacks in the snack room and everything like that. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's actually horrible. By the time your lunch is gone and you're ready to eat something else. So speaking of jobs and places to be, did you guys see the BET Awards?
No, but I heard about it by that same officer that I just showed you guys. But Royal Hippie, did you get to watch it?
Officer Tatum was judging BET Awards too?
Yes. His argument was Lil Nas X performance was not the worst performance.
It was not. It wasn't.
That's what he was saying.
Listen,
he was like, it's all trash.
Kiss a man. I don't like Officer Tatum.
He said
Tatum already.
The Baby's performance with the women just putting their butts all in the air and he's smacking it and gyrating all over the place just makes us all look bad. He went in, but it wasn't on just Lil Nas X. He was like, you know, of course we know what like he said that Lil Nas X is unhappy. I forgot what he said about it. Like Lil Nas X had posted something on Twitter like defending his performance. And Officer Tatum was basically like, if you're proud of who you are and what you represent, like, why do you even go back and forth trying to defend what you did? You know what I'm saying? So
yes. But you know what's amazing about Nas X? I don't think he's trying to defend. But hey, Hippie, you didn't see the BET Awards either?
No, but I seen his performance. I seen his devil shoes. I always see him because he always trending without the craziest things he be.
He can't help it. He can't help it. Listen, we are in a world where controversy sells, right? Now,
for a little bit.
Send a man, kiss a man ain't the worst thing we've seen on TV. And we already know Lil Nas X is gay. But the FCC got like 3 complaints. They received 3 complaints, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they released. Because they probably received more. But these 3 complaints, one complaint said, this is the most disgusting thing that I have to watch on family TV. A man kissing another man we shouldn't have to watch. And another one stated, I can't believe that my family is watching a family show and we have to watch a man kiss another man and have sexual relations on stage. And another person, the third complaint came in, I can't believe I am forced to watch a pregnant woman perform on stage.
Uh-uh.
So I see, I see. Can we all agree the BET got to be the most ghettoest award show there is? I mean, clap it up for having the most complaints that I have ever seen on a hilarious scale. That is the first time I've read all the complaints from an award show ever. I read all 3 complaints, and what I learned from the award show, because I didn't watch it, but what I did learn was that America finds it disgusting for pregnant women to perform, and it's obviously unacceptable for 2 men to kiss on national TV. But Lil Nas X has been kind of borderline kissing a man on national TV for a long time. Did y'all see his Saturday Night Live performance?
No.
He goes ham. He's just one of those artists. It's amazing that are we surprised in 2021? Can we still be surprised by performances? Is there anything that can surprise you, Royal?
I
Like,
don't think no more.
what does an artist have to do next to surprise Royal Hippy?
I can't
Yeah,
think. Look,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think any artist can surprise me either, unless it's like a Siamese twin artist. Oh my God, with one sing and one rap. Hey, Young. Hey, Jezabel. We on to something. Hey, if there's any Siamese twins out there, one of you sing and one of you rap, holler at me. I'm definitely I'm trying to take it to the next level, baby. I'm trying. Nah, man. They doing
Okay,
like
so
I think
I just wanted to tap into the Lil Nas X performance thing. I think at this point, like, complaining about homosexual stuff is just pointless, because all you're looking like is someone that should be charged with a hate crime at this point. I feel like if you don't, like, I don't watch stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch most of the award shows. I just read what I need to read about them. If I want to see somebody's performance, like, I went back to find out Cardi B was pregnant. So I went back and I watched that specific portion of the BET Awards. Like, if you know that anything goes in BET now, then you should just, catch up on the back end. Yeah, so, but they definitely need to change some of that stuff. People been shaking their ass on stage forever, so I don't see what the big issue is with people wearing leotards and dancing. Beyonce did a performance while she was pregnant, so what is the difference between her and Cardi B?
That's the Queen
And
B. Greatest performer ever.
That's who?
Queen B, the greatest performer ever.
Lil' Kim? I thought that was Queen B. Oh, well, anyway. So I don't feel like,
she white.
Now, as far as the Lil Nas X, I mean, it's everywhere. It's on Empire. It's on you're going to see men kiss everywhere nowadays. So I feel like people should just don't watch TV. Like,
yeah, you're right. And Empire is a family show, and that's Fox.
This is my thing, though. They talking about family show. When was the BET was ever a family show for real? Like, what are they? This ain't the Kid Choice Awards. Like, no, that's the family show right there. So
yeah, you're right. Like, I guess they figured since it come on BET at 8:00.
BET has always had adult stuff. Like, it's no real kid stuff on BET.
After, what is it? After 4? After Tigger in the Basement? Man, that was all explicit rap shit.
Tigger in the Basement was wild too. But I mean, look, even Cartoon Network got an Adult Swim section.
Yep.
Yeah.
Late night.
Yep.
And
that's when I turn on. Mm-hmm.
That don't get wild. They definitely show men kissing men and all types of wild stuff. We have like what's crazy is, see, Jezabel, that where the censorship should start, because it's amazing. Speaking of censorship and switching gears real quick, y'all, our social media have a fight on their hand. All of our social media giants have a fight on their hand. And the head of that fight is Donald J. Trump. He is fighting Facebook, Twitter,
He
and
should.
YouTube.
He should, because that was not fair what they did to him. I don't care what he says. If people decide that they want to go outside and act a damn fool, that is not his fault. He should be able to say whatever the hell he wants to say. I mean, but that's the same thing in music, though. People should be allowed to say what they want to say. You shouldn't follow the part of my music that says go kill your ops, as opposed to the part that where I say grind hard, get some money, and take care of your family. Like,
That's very interesting because you're right. Like, what is the difference from Donald Trump saying everyone meet up with me at the Capitol and we're gonna fight for our rights and a riot breaks out, and the difference between anyone that gets up with their social group and say let's meet up at this spot and a riot breaks out? I mean, Black Lives Matter had plenty of events. They met up, riots broke out, whatever the causes may be. Now, I don't agree with Donald Trump's actions, but one thing that if we got to start asking ourselves this fine line, right? If they're telling us they created these social medias for us to talk, be ourselves. There's a lot of people on there that say things, do whatever the heck they want to do. But when you start saying that we're going to shut you down because we don't like what you're saying, what's next? What stops you from shutting me down because you don't like what I'm saying? Or
That
you down, Roy, you hippie?
that is not why they gave us social media. They gave us social media and created social media so they could spy on us. Like it's a reason why those ads on social media, they now critique the ads to what you have in your web browser, what you normally. Now they show you ads for that. Now they watch you, they track you in all of that. Like that's
Yeah.
make it. Like it's not for what we think it is, and it's to distract us as well. Like the whole media thing, like you could be on social media and not really know what's going on in the world because they're tracking you, or they'll take something like for instance, what was it, Mexico that had the fire or something. I forget where it was, but that was a big, huge natural disaster. Wasn't really on social media, but they'll say, "Oh, Cardi B just got pregnant." You won't even know. It's to distract you about what's really going on, so you can look.
mhm.
It's a whole bunch that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He should
It's
sue the
weird.
hell out of them.
He definitely suing the hell out of him. And I hope that he wins because
Mhm,
I do miss Donald Trump on Twitter. It's
mhm.
been dry. Twitter been a little dry lately, y'all. I'm
What?
sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, like I used to love waking up not knowing what our president was gonna say. I mean, come on, like what if he wants to bring back the apprentice? Now I gotta wait for some apprentice to tell me that the apprentice is coming back because I can't hear from the J mouth. Nah, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. And since when, Jezabel, you make valid points here. Since when did we all agree that one's tweets or one's words actually could make people do things? I thought we said that that wasn't possible. Because hell, I need to go take GTA off my kid's gaming system right now.
Mm.
I didn't know. If they're telling me that people can be manipulated like that, I thought it was still free will in this world. But
Oh no.
that really grinded my gears though.
It's
Because
free.
like I said, I've been struck. You been in Facebook jail before? You ever get that message that says your comment goes against the community? Y'all are so nice online. Won't y'all troll a little? Won't y'all start saying
I'm
things? He
trying to
says,
control, but I don't know how to.
Like I be
I
reading.
mean, I think if I just say what I think, that would be trolling. So because I don't like really say a lot of my personal opinions on there,
yeah, no.
rarely.
One day you got him good. One day you got him good. You was on a real roll one day. You just, hey, do you follow? Are you on Facebook?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Old Book. Are you on Old Book?
definitely is. Oh, but look, I had to make a Facebook just because old heads kept asking me, "You not on Facebook? I can't find you on Facebook."
Mhm.
I know. Look, I was like, I'm on Instagram. This lady said, Instagram? What's
Exactly.
that? I said the same thing you gotta use to go look at your Facebook. It's on your phone. I don't know nothing about no. I don't know nothing about no Instagram, baby. You got a CD. You got a CD. So, like,
Mm.
has an old person asked you that yet? You got a CD? Do you
Definitely.
feel bad when you don't have a CD for their old asses?
No, because when I first made, matter of fact, I made my first mixtape and printed it. I got a whole bag of these.
Oh, that
Nobody
is.
sees these no more. Okay, I was in DC. I was playing it. They're like, "Yo, I like it," but you know what? I wasted my money.
Nah, let me tell y'all, young. What's crazy is people ask me why it's so easy for me to be cynical, right? I
Mhm.
remember like people ask me for CDs and all types of free music. Email me some music. Send me some stuff. Send me what's about to drop, right? Like that and shit, right? But I remember when I used to hand out those CDs, and then before I leave out the club, I would see them bitches on the floor. I
Mm.
Mm.
I would be actually picking up more CDs and going home with them than what I actually thought I had handed out.
This is what I have now. I ordered this and
Yes.
it's
Keep,
called. So I put it on my phone, and people who want to connect with me, I'm not typing in my social media no more. Tap my phone, it's gonna pop up. All my links to my social media, my music, everything. It was like 20.
oh yeah, that's tight. That's that little joint that go on the back of your phone.
Yeah, I had to activate it. So
That's tight. Have you
Yeah.
have you have you gotten into QR codes yet?
no, because this is basically another of it, but they kind of like put it into a little like those pop socket things,
Yeah.
but so it's just like a magnet that's on my back of my phone now.
So Roy, you hippie for everybody that's just tuning in, because I'm sure we got some new people that just tuned in. Tell them where to find you at and what's
You can
going on with you.
on Twitter and Instagram at royal_hippie. If you use Facebook, you can find me at Royal Hiptress. And TikTok, I am creating one, so I'm not there yet. So,
Y'all already know Balls Biz Radio, how we do it every Monday, like shit. And we got a Jezabel. So look,
Yes.
I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, right? I had to definitely go back and look at that Judge Joe Brown. Um,
Oh, so now, yeah, you said he had me cracking up.
I seen
that
that.
young.
Sex, rock and roll, sex, more rock and roll.
What he
Them
said?
bimbos.
He took me away when he said sex, drugs, baseball, football, more sex in the closet. I was like, wow. I said, listen, what this one when you saw that hippie, what was your first reaction to Judge Joe Brown?
My first reaction was to laugh because it was like he's so blunt. Like, dang, like, but I understand where he coming from. And like the other dude was getting so because like the
Oh,
judge.
he was sick.
Oh,
Oh, he was sick. He was like, "You're making me uncomfortable, Judge. You're making me very uncomfortable."
So there's
I'm
a
like,
backstory. Before they started filming, Judge Joe Brown was having audio issues. Well, he wasn't having issues. He was telling Lamont that he could. It was a lag in the thing, and Lamont Hill had basically insulted him, like, no, it's nothing wrong. It's you, obviously, like Judge Joe Brown slow. Then they started recording. So Judge Joe Brown was already like
ramped
irritated
up.
and he could barely hear Lamont Hill. So every time y'all saw Judge Joe Brown cutting him off, it was because it was a lag. And he told him prior, but the dude didn't care. He was and
Well,
yeah,
well,
he was like, this was the most what do you say? This was the most disgusting or uncomfortable interview I've ever had.
yes.
Uh, disturbing. That was the word I think he used. But
I listen. Like honestly, that that interview to me was the best, the best proof, right? That
Mhm.
what I've been saying on this show, on my campaign, that old people are so lost and out of tune of how to really be in this world. I mean,
What do you mean by
e-
that?
even
Because
if you even if you feel this, even if you feel this, right? I
mhm,
mean, we all know what groupies are, but don't
mhm.
he know that job descriptions have changed from 20, 30 years ago? Now groupies don't expect to be in a broom closet giving head, Mr. Judge Joe Brown. They
Why
don't
not?
because
They
groupies
do.
now have OnlyFans. They have
No, they
OnlyFans.
still
Now
get down the way
groupies,
they get down.
nah, they do, but groupies now want the hotel. They want the experience. Like it's groupies now that want to be your girlfriend when they in that city.
They
They're
want to
like
be
this. They
so in
want
the
to be like groupies. Like remember, groupies used to be private, but there was a groupie that made all groupies say we can tell our story too. Corinne
Super head,
Steffens.
super
Yes.
head.
Once
Then
she did
catch
it,
that.
yeah, once they did it, groupies was like, hold on now. Groupie rules no longer apply. And somewhere, Judge Joe Brown didn't get the new groupie memo. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the new groupie memo. It's probably been a couple of years since he had groupies. You know how when you've been in a relationship for so long and then you break up and you go back out there and you try to use those same pickup lines. You know what I'm saying? Or you go into those same spots you used to go to thinking you cool still. Like that's
Mm,
how Judge Joe Brown went in that interview. He went to a place where he thought he knew would go down. And even if he did, Bill Cosby out of his own mouth said that these wasn't these type of situations. He admitted to like having these women passed out and going ham on them.
I
You
mean,
know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
like the
So
way that you say that. He admitted to giving them whatever drugs that he gave them, and he admitted
uh
to having sex with them. Now, as far
uh-huh.
as them being unconscious and all of that other stuff, that's add-ins.
Well, you know what? Let's just put it like this. He know what the drugs do. The drugs made them incoherent enough that it made them non-compliant. Like Judge Joe Brown
So
said, if
what
they on the
you're so
drugs, they can't say
basically
no.
what you're going with now is that you're married. So any typical guy that smokes a J with the female and has
No,
sex afterwards is drugging her and raping her. Is that what you're saying?
no,
That's
no,
what you're saying.
no. That's not what I'm saying. But
And if
if I
in the
give her
middle she falls asleep like, oh, I'm tired, and y'all in the middle of it, and she falls asleep afterwards. I mean, did you
no,
rape her?
wait, are you in the middle of if you're in the middle of sex and she falls asleep, you did not rape
Yeah,
her.
then you're
But
supposed to
if
stop. But what I'm
it
saying is, if she's
nah,
like,
you put her to
oh,
sleep. That you could be thinking that you put her to sleep. That's a different thing. Cause she already consented to the sex before she fell asleep. But
I mean,
it
but that's what I'm saying with these women. They obviously consented before they started. They don't. I don't
well, they
believe
consented
that
before going. They consented when they went there. Cause
because he was married in the first place.
you ain't going to a famous man room if you don't think it's time to get down. You know what I'm saying? But my argument isn't that Bill Cosby did or didn't do. My argument is that Judge Joe Brown feels like he knows groupies and he doesn't understand that it's a new day. You can't say these type of things. You
Well,
know?
he said it. There's nothing
Yeah,
they could do to him. But you
yeah,
gonna
I know.
cancel him?
And what's crazy is nothing gonna happen to Judge Joe Brown. He's old. Old people get passes.
They're mad. Oh, he said this. He's victimizing us. He's just
I'm
saying his
like,
opinion.
I'm like, oh, Judge Joe Brown, you wild man, you wild man, you. But now I know. All right, we hip. We know how he feels. We know what he did to his groupies. Do you think Judge Joe Brown had groupies, and that's that he's speaking from a place of?
experience. You could tell at that moment. Talking like old rock star from let me get
he
like
was out
Yes.
there
Yeah.
in
Let,
that earth.
I think that Judge Joe Brown probably went to a couple of like rock star parties and like
yeah.
Mhm.
famous people parties, and he walked in the room and like he was realizing that all these things was happening, and he was like, "I'm a judge though," And it was like, Judge Smudge, get out of here, Judge. We're hitting off the rock stars. We're hitting off the baseball players. And he's like, I'm a judge. I'm on TV. You know what I'm saying? So that's it sounded like a place of rage and a place of like anger. Like, you don't even know. I went with my friend, my friend in the NBA. I went upstairs to get his coat, and the two girls were doing it. And I asked, could I join? And they kicked me out and let him stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, Judge. No one likes the judge, but Aunt Hillary, Aunt Viv. You know what I'm saying? Aunt Viv the only one like the judge. She got to find him Aunt Viv.
Now, my question is, since he brought up Wendy and we're talking about old people just saying whatever the hell they want to say out of their mouths and having no regard, let's talk about Wendy Williams and this TikTok star. So a lot of people are offended. They feel like she disrespected the TikTok star. I think his name was Swavey, because she basically didn't know who he was, stated that he had more followers than her, and then said that he got murdered. So I personally don't think she said anything wrong. Did you guys see that?
I
You guys get a
didn't,
chance?
I definitely.
When you guys get a chance, look it up. So basically, Wendy Williams was like, okay, anybody know who Swavey is? Raise your hands or clap if you know who Swavey is. It was like 2 claps.
The crowd was confused.
She was like, well, he has 2 million followers. Like basically saying, y'all don't know who he is. To me, this is what I heard. I heard her say, y'all don't know who he is, but he got 2 million followers, way more followers than me on TikTok. And her assistant was like, well, that's TikTok. Who's on TikTok? You have more followers on IG. And she was just like, yeah, I don't want to have nothing to do with TikTok. Then she pursues to say, well, he was murdered. Well, she looked up like this. She looked at him like this and was like, well, guys, he was murdered. Blah, 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 blah. So everyone's like, oh, she's disrespectful. Cancel Wendy. Cancel her. But I don't see what she said wrong. So,
did they already have quarrels?
No, she was just telling us. She was just basically
when she realized
this nobody has 2 million followers and was just murdered. That's basically what other people heard.
No, I think that she thought because he was TikTok famous, it would be a bigger reaction. And when she realized no one knows who he is, all right, well, on to the next story. Let me wrap up this story. All right, he was murdered. All right, next story.
They felt like she was disrespecting him, and I don't see how.
Dang.
It sounded
it's
like
crazy because
a little.
It sounded like also, a little shade.
I think it was definitely shade because there was no sympathy. There was no sympathy at all. Like,
why would she have sympathy?
Well, my thing is, if you don't have sympathy, why mention it? Why is it news then? It doesn't have to be on your show. You don't have to cover that. If you're not sympathetic about it, why are you covering it?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because it's news. You don't have to be sympathetic or empathetic. The news, you just tell it. That's just like the same thing where I was asking you, like I put in a thing 6, like sympathy versus empathy for Lil Neff being murdered or any other local rapper or rapper that gets murdered. And you listen to their music and all you hear is violence. Do you really sympathize and be like, oh my gosh, they got killed? Or do you be like, damn, I mean, well, sorry, but you empathize with their family, but you don't have a lot of people. It's hard to have sympathy for an artist that perpetuates that.
I mean, let's just
you can have empathy versus sympathy. No. What was you doing to get shot, Swavey? I don't know. So I don't have sympathy for you, but I empathize with your family and the people that missed you.
My whole take on that is because I don't feel like no one has sympathy unless it's someone in their family or in their direct connection.
You got sympathy for people that do well.
Yeah.
With Swipey died, I did not know Swipey. I did not know his family, but I feel like, dang, no, that's a bad way to go out. Like I feel for that. Like, dang, he too young. Like that's how I was feeling. I don't know that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that dude. Like so it didn't show any like emotion, like no empathy, no sympathy. He has 2 million followers.
Yeah, that's how. I mean, like honestly, I can imagine that's how a lot of people felt. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm talking about the reality of it. The hamster wheel goes on. I mean, family members don't stop for weeks, months, years. But for the people beyond the story, it's over. It's
Yeah.
over.
Mhm.
I mean, that artist just got killed on Instagram Live, Indian Red out California.
Yeah, out LA, I think was it, or India,
Yes,
for
apparently
disrespecting
disrespecting
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. And me personally, you know, I don't understand none of that gang stuff that goes on or how that stuff works. I don't understand none of that stuff. I know you can't disrespect no man that people feel like he makes sure they eat. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, how beyond that story is only big because it was live on Instagram, live. Yet, are we gonna see anything happen with that? Probably not. I mean, it's been 20 something years. I mean, it's been over 30 years now since Pac and them. They still ain't even trying to address that situation. Rap game, the rap game is a casualty of war. Since rap game is a war, they treat it like that.
Definitely is.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's messed up because we don't a lot of artists don't even think about how you being in the music industry. Once you become a rapper, it's like, okay, you're now putting yourself in a network, right? Where if one artist in that club is under investigation and you an artist going around dapping up everybody, you now in somebody's picture, right? You now
Mhm.
on somebody's radar. Who are you? Now, the minute you become a clique, it's like, who are they? And don't, Lord forbid, y'all start calling yourselves anything like GMG, CAC boys. You know what I'm saying? Now you're considered a gang, you know? And at the end of the day, we all know how gangs work. It's all about the power of the voice. If your voice is more powerful and your voice is more big, then that's when you become a threat. In the music industry, it's money. That's when you can make more money. The bigger your voice, the more money you make. The more money you make, the more people get intimidated and you become a target. Did y'all see the interview with Kwame Brown and the rapper? What is the damn rapper's name? It slips my mind. Hustle, something hustle.
No, tell
Um,
us about it.
so he interviewed the rapper and he asked the rapper, why does he still go in the hood with all his jewelry on, knowing that he puts his family at risk, he puts his life at risk, and he's pretty much having it's a braggadocious demeanor to have money and still go back to the hood.
Mm.
However, this artist argued, why not go back to the hood? I'm from the hood. You know,
Yeah.
if
Argue,
somebody try,
people hate.
people hate regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the hood is, I mean, I feel like coming from the projects, I feel like it's just a different mentality. Like I just told myself to stop going around my old neighborhood. Like I had to mentally tell myself, like, okay, what are you going out there for? Why are you placing yourself around people that's stuck in a certain mental space? And no one's really even, not to put nobody down, but like nobody's even going on the path that you're going at or even trying to. So yeah, they're showing you love right then and there. But really, you know what I'm saying? Like where I'm from, what I know about it is, yeah, or while you're there, everybody's screaming your name, but then they talking shit about you as you're walking off. Like, oh, you think you're all that. Oh, you think because you do this or you got money now, you better than everybody. Let's rob that bitch or let's rob that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how. So why even go back? Take the people out that you need to take with you or build up the community. Don't just go there and flash your shit.
That's what I
Yeah.
was. If you're gonna go back, then go back to give back, or don't just be going back, like because you
Yeah.
going
So I
back
had to tell
arguing on.
myself,
So when you are in the position, when you're in the position, you don't feel that it's your duty to lead by example. I mean, even
uh,
Harriet Tubman kept going back to saving more and more slaves.
you lead by example by setting the road, like building the road. So if you haven't even built the road yet, what are you going back for? to get people on that path. Like
Right.
if you haven't even started the foundation of the road, then what are you going back for? You're just going back to show people that you building the road.
I mean, like the thing
Like,
is, but see, the problem is, right? The mentality of LA, Chicago, Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Where like real gang shit is happening all the time, right? That's
mhm,
not the mentality in every hood. Even if there's a lot of people who know their status in their
mhm,
hood before they reach a certain level. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Now, you talk about like artists like Lil Durk and Von and them, right? They always was in their hood. Von didn't die in his hood. You know what I'm saying? And he probably wouldn't have died in his hood. I mean, the reality of it is, Snoop Dogg can still go around Long Beach and hang in Long Beach.
Because all the people that was there when he was growing up is probably dead and not around no more. And
Probably
if they
so.
are still alive, those are probably the people that fucked with him in the beginning. Like,
But you can make yourself an icon without making yourself a target about
yeah,
what you do
I,
in
I'm
your community.
I'm watching that. I'm watching that now. My old neighborhood is being put on Instagram more. You know what I'm saying? But the person, the what do you call it? The I don't want to call him a diplomat for the neighborhood ain't really putting no money into it. Like the buildings are still about to get torn down. The kids still don't, outside of these little water fights and outside little bullshit activities, there's nothing real. The kids, they used to have a tutoring center. Nobody's getting that back up and running. But you guys are outside in front of people's houses now, partying,
Campaigning.
playing loud music, IG living, and these people that pay rent on this block, though, y'all not helping them. Y'all not cleaning out their yards. Y'all not doing nothing. So I just feel like if you're going to go back or if you're going to represent something, actually be doing something other than clout chasing.
Yeah. Like it's crazy because I had a talk with I had a talk with my mother-in-law, right? All my friends used to hang around my neighborhood, even if I wasn't outside. Everybody would just hang, just be there. And it obviously was something that I had started because I had made it like the hangout spot. But then as I grew out of it, it was like, hey, man, property, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
but at some point I was like, hey, I can't tell everybody to not smoke and drink right here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not out there, you know.
Yeah.
But I realized, all right, what's the alternative? I you dismiss yourself and you try to you elevate it, you dismiss yourself, or you try to realize, all right, let's change up a
It's
culture.
storming now,
If
y'all.
you
Hold on 1 second.
if you created a culture, surely you can change it and create a new one. You know, it's got to be some type of realm of that. But it's weird. It's weird out here. We can't
Definitely.
we can't sit up this like honestly. First, it's bad because we complain on one hand that people don't come back to the neighborhoods enough, don't give back enough, don't reach out to the community enough. But then people won't. I'm hearing people are like okay with that or think that's the way to go, and it's all because of fear.
I don't think so. You can help without actually sitting there. I mean, if you're going to help, help. Like, help. But don't say you're helping and just stand there with the sign saying that you're there. Like, that's just my whole thing with the helping. And you don't have to be present physically to help.
I was
Yeah,
just about
yeah,
because when you was talking about going back to the community to because you was like Harriet tell me and kept going back to save more people, but with music because it's so electronic nowadays, you don't have to come back to your hometown to save people, you know, out of there. We could do this electronically. Here you go. Let me sing you the session. Like, you know, what you need. Like, oh yeah.
yeah. No, I think really with this in today's world, we've all grown to know if you really want it, then you would do it.
Yeah.
So it makes us more cynical to, all right, what are you really out there for? If it's like if you see a person go out on the block all day long, like we used to never ever check the drug dealers. right? It's like,
Mhm.
yo, they out there all day. Like, let's get across. Let's walk on the other side, right? Now we be like, they out there all day making no money. You know what I'm saying? They're
Mhm.
just going ham on it, right? That little bit little bit of moves, the block all like we call them on it, right? Because now we acknowledge that the things that we look at are like frivolous. Like if you want to do something better, it's your choice. If you want to stand out there, that's your choice. And it's sad because I think that we are taking that choice range lower and lower every year. Pretty soon, we're going to have that choice range at 10. We're going to tell a 10-year-old, hey, his choice. He didn't want to do it. It's his choice
Uh,
at this rate.
they already doing that. Shoot, they definitely doing that with almost everything. They're promoting it more. Like they want kids to make their own name, to do everything. Kids who don't even know nothing, they want them to decide and make decisions. It's like, dang, can they
Hmm.
finish getting their personality first? Like, can they start trying to figure out who they are? Like, can they know right from wrong first before they start making decisions? Like,
Right
I
for
mean,
wrong.
and
Look,
these
right
days,
for
what
wrong.
is right and what is
Yeah.
wrong? I totally disagree with that, but I also don't have children, so I try to stay off of that topic. But I seriously doubt that it's the best way to just like nowadays. And then you can see it, like the
yeah,
kids is look at what's going on right now.
that
They
is too
parents
much.
let them raise themselves, and what are
Yeah.
they raising themselves to do? Kill each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix,
And now I went a
between
little deep.
Netflix, now between Netflix, YouTube,
And
and
TikTok.
video games, yeah, social media, yeah, our kids definitely got a lot of parents and a lot of I just had to recently I walk up on my 10-year-old, he's sitting there in the kitchen. I'm like, what you listening to? He said TikTok. He said it so freely, like he was right. I said, who the hell told you could be on TikTok? Like, when did you get a TikTok? Over the summer they spent with their grandmother, so they went a little ham. So I got to do a little
Mm.
course correction. I see that's one thing never gonna change. Grandma's still gonna let you get away
They
with
don't say
whatever you want to
no.
do.
No.
Yeah, grandmas don't care. So
They
look,
don't say
you being a sneakerhead hippie. I gotta
yeah.
ask you this real question, right?
What's
What do you
that?
think about the Yeezys? What do you think about the Yeezys? What do you think about the Yeezys? What do you think
I
about the
don't like.
Yeezys?
I don't like the
Hey,
new like that.
hey,
I like the
hey,
old
be
Yeezy.
careful.
You like
Be
the
careful.
old ones, like not the new ones?
Yeah, I don't really like the new ones. Like he losing
Which
his
new
touch
ones?
to
Which new
me.
ones? Which new ones?
Like those little plastic croc looking ones, I hate those. Like
Okay, I can
it's
feel that.
his all his slippers slides. I don't like none of those. His tennis shoes starting to look. Mm, like I like the old Yeezys for real, for real. But even then, they was costing.
It's just like his music. It's just like his music. You like the old Yeezy?
Heck yeah, heck yeah. I don't like
That was a good
that at
setup,
all.
hippie.
Like
So
I'm gonna
they
use this long.
said there's a
I'm gonna
there's
use
a
this long.
there's a post
Like
going
the
around to say he drew his inspiration from slave shoes, the old slave shoes.
yeah, to
Oh,
say
you
However,
it
said what?
was a choice.
yes. What do you think about the
Um,
concept? Do you think they look like slave shoes?
a lot of his stuff looks homelessy. Like when he kept making them shirts with the holes in them, and everyone's like, I could put holes in my own shirt." Like, and it costs all this money for a holy shirt. Like,
Yeah, but you know
mm,
what? I want to let all y'all know. Everybody that I seen place their holes in their own shirt, y'all put them all in the wrong place, and it didn't look right. So it's something about the eye for knowing where the hole's supposed to be that Kanye has.
yeah.
You know, like I'm sorry, guys. I'm a Kanye supporter here, and I'm gonna be supporting Ye. Now, I did find a clip because I knew that I wanted to ask you about this. You know, and I'm glad that you're a shoehead. And it was said, Kanye West said that his inspiration for his shoes are drawn from 3,000 years ago, as well as he draws most of his imagery from the Bible. He says that he reads the Bible. And that's not funny, Jezabel. You got something? It's something funny about the Bible. It's something
I'm
funny.
look no. I'm trying to figure out what these shoes look. I'm trying to figure out what these shoes look
no,
like.
no, no. That's okay. That's okay. I just try.
Where'd he go?
He just like went into
Because they have a chain and an ankle thing.
You have to show the pictures. I don't know what they look like.
I'm about to show y'all. Hold on
I
one
told
second.
y'all I can't mention religion on
No
here.
Kanye.
No, but so he said that his inspiration actually comes from the Bible days, and he actually visualized when they give depictions of what they wore. He envisions what they would have actually looked like, and he creates them. Now you know what's interesting about this, y'all. He said he went to everyone and told them these was his ideas, and everyone told him he was crazy, psychotic. And guess who didn't tell him he was psychotic?
Adidas.
Adidas. Jay-Z told him he was Jay-Z told him he was psychotic and crazy too. And now 1.3 billion dollars later.
Now I see why y'all couldn't hear it before. My bad. Hold on. Let me show y'all these shoes though. Are these the ones you talking about right here?
Those ain't Yeezys though.
Oh, but they look like this?
That's Jeremy Scott's.
So what do they look like?
Oh, Jeremy Scott like that?
The new Yeezys?
Like
Type in new Yeezy.
I typed in slave shoes.
Hey, yeah. Go ahead.
Which
She's talking
one?
about those. She's talking about those in the first slot, the 455s. I got those right there, the 450s, y'all. I love those shoes. Very comfortable.
Where's the 455s at?
I also have the so the 450s is right there. Those are the phone ones. Those are the moon phone ones. Those are the ones that Walmart tried to steal from my man. Walmart. I got those in white. I got those 450s in white, like you see down there. Awesome shoe. Love them.
So where's the slave shoe?
The slave shoe has not come out yet. That's going to be dropping soon, though.
Are those socks coming through those shoes? Or is that the color of the shoe?
Those I don't even know when those come out yet. Have not seen those. But y'all best believe that when I do see them, I will be getting them. Now, do you have anybody that you just support or you just like a big fan of that no matter what they put out, you're going to do it or get it or be a part of it?
No.
No fandoms? You're not a crazy fan of anybody?
No. Like I have like when you say crazy fan, I have my little crushes that I had since I was 10. Like that's about it. I'm never gonna follow nobody like that. I'm too much of a trendsetter myself, you know. I'm into not following them. I'm into making my own lane, being original. Like that's why I feel like when people hear me, they're like, who does she sound like? You don't know who I sound like music wise because I literally sound like Royal Hippy. I made my own sound, like so. That's the same thing.
Where do you draw your inspiration?
Where do I draw my inspiration? It's so many different things. Like my process for getting inspiration is like so long because like it always depends on my mood. I can hear one word from a song and write a whole song from that, just off of one word, just off of one bar. You know, I like the way that sound. Like you know, like so. It depends.
So what made you start wanting to do music, and then what made you want to start getting into music?
I was fighting a lot in school. My mom got me a journal. She said, write your feelings out instead of, keep trying to punch people in their face. Like, so yeah, I started writing my feelings out and I would always listen to beats regardless. Cause like growing up in church, watching the musicians play, I would love watching the drums, the guitars, all that. I started playing the clarinet.
Yes.
I would just listen to beats, period. So I'm writing, how I'm feeling. I'm listening to the beats. And I was like, you know what? Let me read my poem out to the beat. I read the poem out to the beat, and I never went back. Since then. I've been reading my poems to beats ever since.
It's crazy because my story was similar. Like I kept getting into fights,
Mm-hmm.
and in the third grade, my father put me in creative writing because while all the kids were after school, I didn't have time to fight. I was in creative writing, and because I would definitely fight after school. 3 o'clock sharp, I was on it. Like a good fight was my thing in elementary school. But my father put me in creative writing, and it pretty much started me writing poetry or whatnot. So at this time, if you watched this show, last week I gave it a little earlier because I knew I was gonna get a little windy. But at this time, I like to do my Huffington Post, and this is gonna be really a roast because I told this guy, I told him what I do and who I am. Now I haven't dealt with him in a minute because maybe about 4 or 5 months ago I had a really bad experience in dealing with him. Right now, it wasn't something life or death; it was just tree related. So no one out there don't no one gasp and grab your pearls. It was nothing crazy, but the tree was really bad. Right, so I took some months off, and it was weird because he found me on PlayStation and he sent me a friend request. And then we were playing 2K, and he's like, "You ain't fuck with me in a minute, bruh." And I'm like, "I know, I've been super busy, like you already know what I'm on." So he like, "I got some shit that's gonna be crazy. I'm about to FaceTime you." Now, normally I don't take FaceTimes, but I took it. Now, y'all, the bud looked okay. It looked good. I asked her what it was because I'm not gonna lie, it was a little blurry on the phone, but it had good color to it. It was nice bright hue. And I asked him, I said, "What's the name?" He said, "Cherry Lotto." And I said, "Okay, Cherry Lotto." It sounded like I hit the lotto. Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all know how I feel about cherry pie. I'd have told y'all that, right? I don't like it. Makes me feel a little sleepy. But I ordered it. I went on ahead and I pulled the trigger. I said, "Go ahead, pull up on me. Pull up on me tomorrow, bruh, and I'll surely try some of your cherry lotto." This is where it gets tricky, guys. I don't know if what he showed me is what he bought me, right? So, so I immediately did the look test, and it started giving me a diesel feel, a more Pineapple Express look though. And I was like, okay, this looks like a diesel or a Pineapple Express, but it kind of doesn't smell like it. I smell the cherry, but I'm not seeing no lotto in here. I'm not seeing no lotto. So now I'm definitely starting to feel like I'm not winning. I'm not winning the lotto here. I feel like I'm kind of getting a little crazy. So I asked him, I say, "Yo, man, where'd you come from? Where you coming from? You take this long." And he tells me, "I'm getting my shit now. I'm from the north side. I'm from the north side now. So you got to come up there and fuck with me." So then I said to myself, "What part of the north side?" He says, "Marietta." So I says, "Okay, well, I'm going to try this out, and I'm going to let you know how you looking out there in Marietta. I'm going to let you know." I haven't called him back yet, guys. I'm here to let y'all know. I went and I took one puff, and I said, that's my that's my taste buds. I was using my receptors. And I did it again, because usually on the first two hits, you don't know. So you got to go in for the third one. And by the third one, you know. And I'm like, this isn't gelato at all.
What was it?
Well, it was bad. It was Huff. That's what it was, people. It was fucking Huff. I was sitting there like, why did he deliver me a bag of Huff? I mean, this is exactly why I stopped dealing with you 4 or 5 months ago. And everyone knows that I told y'all don't go get your stuff from Jonesboro. Didn't I? Didn't I tell y'all Jonesboro is off the list and they haven't made a return? They haven't made a redemption. But I guess he thought because he took his narrow ass up to Marietta, he would change up the game. But I guess maybe up in Marietta, They don't care about that stuff. Or I guess maybe that's why you still called me and asked me after months, do I want it? Because no one up in Marietta want it. But I tell you what, I don't want it either. I've had enough of that huff. And if you are watching this show today, because I told you to tune in today, you should know right now how I felt about the Cherry Lotto. It was no good. Bam, wham, no thank you, sir or ma'am. And if you are listening to this host of the Huffington today, you know now that there is Huff on the loose in Marietta that was once on the loose in Jonesboro. If you see this Huff, you feel free to report this Huff to me, and I will let everyone know where the Huff can be located. I am the Huffington Post, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, that was the Huffington Post for today. Now, have you had Cherry Lotto before? Were you Hippy?
No, I've had
Have you
Cherry
had it
Pie
before?
though, and I definitely, huh?
You understood what I said about Cherry Pie, huh?
Yeah,
Did I
that joint
just?
just lagged.
Yeah, that Joe
Yeah,
hit the Xbox. That Joe hit the Xbox leg on us. A shout out to Tony.
I don't know if y'all can see it.
Black
You know
Cherry.
what? But that's I had that when I
Really?
came to DC. It was awesome. Now I have to
I
show
didn't
y'all
like it
something.
too
Give
much.
me a second. I have to show y'all something.
But yeah, the cherry gelato to me, the black cherry gelato, I don't like hybrids. But I'm trying to get more into hybrids and sativas because I'm a couch potato. So I need to like smoke some uppers. But I don't like hybrids, and I think that was a hybrid. If I'm not mistaken. I like the cherry OG. The
Okay.
cherry OG is really, really good. It's a nice night. If you want to go to sleep. Sixxcess, you got a
It,
package for us.
it depends on my mood. Shoot, if I'm in a sleepy mood, I can
Women
smoke
always
the.
move stuff. Why y'all women always move stuff? Why
Because
y'all
it's always
why
in a
y'all women look at
way.
stuff sitting somewhere? Why y'all women look at stuff sitting somewhere and think it's not in the place that we put it? We put it there. But anywho, check this out, y'all. This little company right here, Broadleaf. My man
Mm-hmm.
is doing his thing with them. They got whole leaves or wrap leaves, right? Whole leaves or wrap leaves.
Mm.
I'm gonna go out to LA and see what they talk about. But y'all try them, right? I tried them. I'm not gonna deter y'all from them. I'm a good old backwood and game leaf man. Shout out to Swedish fam, Swedish farms. Shout out you guys. Love you very much. But if you want some guava leaf, give them a good old try. You already know. Hey so Roy Hippie, tell
Yeah.
them where to find you. Tell them what you got coming out and
Uh,
all that good stuff.
my new single Zero just dropped on July 8th. It's already my number one song on Apple Music. It's definitely getting some streams up in there. It shocked me actually because I knew it was fire. Like I knew the potential of the song. Just like,
Yeah,
damn, they starting to see too. Okay, I like this.
Hold on,
that's
what
Um,
good.
song? What song did you say again?
Zero.
Zero,
Yeah,
my
yeah, you
number one.
did. It better be. Shoot.
Yeah.
It's number.
So so
What you about to
so
say?
y'all go get that zero on all platforms.
All platforms. Yes.
Access
It's a whole
SoundCloud.
vibe. It's a whole vibe, y'all.
SoundCloud.
A
On
whole vibe.
SoundCloud. I have the single on SoundCloud.
Okay,
So,
nice. Tell them where to find you at on social media platforms.
social media is royal_hippie. That's HIPPY. Stay tuned because I am about to be making the Zero video. It's about to go up.
Sweet.
About to-
And if you're in Atlanta, holla at me. Y'all already know Jezabel. What you got coming up?
Of course, the Level Up Showcase in Jersey. All
Level up,
artists that
level up,
want to
level
get
up.
on that showcase, please tap in. Next Fridays, we got Loso Finesse in the building. That's a whole mood. That's gonna be a whole damn vibe. Um, yeah. Got some more stuff in the works, y'all, and I keep y'all updated.
Now, I'm not gonna even tell y'all who I got next week, young. But if you don't tune in next week, you lunching. And if he don't confirm, then he lunching. We're gonna have a real fiery conversation because we're gonna be talking about why I say ain't no legends in the DMV rap scene. All right, y'all. So I'm your boy Sixxcess. Y'all already know Jezabel.
But
Morgan
hey,
Hippy.
y'all.
This is Boss Biz Radio. And if you ain't already, hit that like and subscribe button somewhere down there. Make sure you tune in each and every Monday. We will be back. And if you not, that's your problem. But I will find you. And at this time, y'all already know what it is. Those J's should be down the roaches. You should be flicking off your ash and
Put
down
them
to your
down.
last. And getting ready to roll another one. Because I know I am. And we out.
Bye, y'all.